opportunity came up to build a car for the Race of Gentlemen. I was always busy when it happened, so I never made it out there. So I made a pretty big push this year to try to get something together and make it out there, check it out. Being at the Race of Gentlemen's as far as it could possibly be from my house, we're trekking all the way across the country. So we're just going to take our time and make the best of it, load the truck and trailer full of bikes and motorcycles, and then try to make as many stops and just make the trip as productive as we can. The fact that it's on the beach and the backdrop and how well they put the event together aesthetically is what originally drove me to wanting to do it. It just looked really appealing to me early on. Just go back to what drag racing on the beach in Wildwood, New Jersey was. I'm Heath Pinter. I look forward to see you at the Race of Gentlemen. The opportunity came up to build a car for the Race of Gentlemen. I was always busy when it happened, so I never made it out there. So I made a pretty big push this year to try to get something together. And I got with the guys at Red Cap, and again, we just kind of bounced ideas off for this year, what was going to happen, and the Race of Gentlemen got brought up, and they were already familiar with the event. They were excited about it, and everything just came together really well. I mean, they were on board from the start, and that's kind of what got the wheels spinning for me. So after looking into it a little more, the Race of Gentlemen, there's a series of guidelines I think that they put in place to make sure everything is somewhat period correct and true to what racing would have been at that time. So there's two classes. There's the 4-banger class, and then there's the the V8 class. What I'm building is a 28, 29 Ford Roadster. I've always wanted a Roadster and never had one. I've had a few Model A's in the past, but never a true Roadster. And I did 32 Ford rails on it and 32 Ford wire wheels on it, and a old flathead that I gathered up from a buddy, and the guys at H&H rebuilt it for me. Yeah, just collected a bunch of old Ford bones and pieces and kind of scrapped everything together here. I would say I really started to kind of get my bearings around this thing in February. Started gathering parts and getting a game plan put together. So I would say there's almost eight-month build, a lot of late nights, which seems like it always happens for me to finish projects. It's always, the closer I get to the end, the less sleep I get, and I've never finished anything early, so it's been pretty brutal lately. Just working bugs out. Finishing a car, you always think that you're done when you get it finished, but that's just when the second series of problems kind of come to play, and that's just working stuff out. I've never raced to finish projects for deadlines usually, a couple times for SEMA or stuff like that, but for the most part I kind of just freestyle my deadlines, and I finish it when I finish it. All the cars I built in the past were to rip around town, turn the radio on, go cruise, whatever. So it's the most purpose-built project I've ever done. I've never drag raced cars. I've never raced anybody. I'm not really that competitive in terms of like building cars or racing cars. I've always done that with snowboarding or riding my bike's been really competitive, and so cars, it was never about that. So this is something totally new for me. BMX has been a passion of mine for a long, long time. I've been riding my bike as long as I can remember. It's been my job since I graduated high school. The excitement for riding my bike or being a part of BMX has never faded. It's just what I do. I don't think that my passion has fallen off at all for BMX. Just when you've done something for so long, it's been a part of you for so long, and it's been your job and something that you put so much into in terms of time and focus and it being your well-being. My bicycle feeds my family. My bike's taken me everywhere. It's introduced me to everybody I know, and everywhere I've been is because of my bike. For the most part, I'm in my shop by myself. almost always, you know, again, like my shop's at my house, so you know, I kind of get lost in here by myself. But I've always had a good stable of friends that I can call. So without those guys, or even popping in or just giving me advice over the phone, this would never happen. There's been a handful of friends that have really, you know, came in at night and, you know, gave me a hand. The car, it's all started here. It's never been outside the building here. It's been here the whole time. So having those guys come by and you know, put a little bit of time in helping out, it's definitely what's going to be, you know, saving grace for getting this thing done in time. This build has been the most stressful build I've ever done. It's been gnarly. There's definitely times where I felt like I wasn't going to make it. I was doing the math in my head and I was like, this isn't doable. What I'm doing right now is trying to get this Roadster wrapped up tomorrow to trek it across the country for the Race of Gentlemen. I always try to get these cars done early or have time to shake them out and enjoy them for a little bit before you take them out, or they're really seen by anybody. But like anything, this car will get done, and you know, within 2 days it'll be on its way across the country. So I don't really know what to expect. I just really hope that the cars run good and everything's up to par, and we can have fun. It's gonna be one hell of a road trip across the country.
How'd she run?
Great, yeah. Works, steers, stops, goes. Yeah, it's good. Pretty fun. It's like a go-kart.